Hey sprinters, it's Janae here to brighten, lighten, and ignite your day. Oh my goodness, day 25 on faith, and we're week 4, power of ignition. Now, just like the eagle that you watched in that clip, in order to soar like the eagle, sometimes we need to push and sometimes we need to push others. And that's really what faith is about. Is as soon as we decide to be proactive, we have our strategy, we know what flow state looks like, and we're going to be proactive, we're going to take that step. That's where faith comes in, because oftentimes we have to jump first before the net appears. There's this great scene in one of the Indiana Jones movies where he has to cross a chasm in order to get, I believe, to the Holy Grail. And there's nothing there, it's invisible. And he knows that he's looking at his map and it says that this is the way to go, but it literally takes that step of faith. And if there's nothing there, he's, completely crashed the bottom. But once he takes that step, then that invisible ladder appears to get him across. And yet taking that step is so hard, and that's what ignition is. And that's why faith is so powerful. From an emotional viewpoint as well as a faith perspective, faith is key. And I wanted to talk about this now in the ignition phase, because once we get started, the faith that we need to keep this momentum going is so powerful. Okay, so when we think of what inspires us and the people who inspire us, it's really people who have gone above and beyond and had faith beyond what was natural. Like so many great movies out there, or great role models like Helen Keller, who was blind and deaf. How did she manage? Or Beethoven, who's this great, produced amazing symphonies, but he was deaf. I mean, it's these people who've just gone to that extreme because of their faith and belief that just taking one step in front of the other will get them there. And that's the example of the movie that I talked about, the little boy in the attention summary. He just had faith the size of a mustard seed, literally, and he was as little as a mustard seed. And that was the whole idea, symbolically, that that's all it takes. And your faith can get you through. That doesn't mean you're not going to encounter fear and obstacles, but it's the faith that will continue to push us forward. So your 1, 2, 3, choose what's best for you and me, is number 1, look at the faith factors that you need around your goal. What are the things that you need that push, you need to be pushed, or you need to increase your faith around your goal? So for example, maybe there's the part of marketing and sales on your business that you want to launch, that you need increased faith, because that's where you've been stuck before, and that's really been a big part for myself. I've had to increase my faith to do so. So identify what the faith factors that you need, and then number 2 is to step by step, that's all you needed to continue to climb the stairwell, is one step after the other, or push, or have somebody push you. That's the whole idea of this sprint, is that now that we've taken off and we have that ignition, you have a push. You have me as your personal trainer. You have your accountability coach. You have your goal to keep pushing you toward what it is you want to do. So keep pushing yourself toward it and take step after step after step. And your last, then, 3 is key, is to really study some faith-inspired role models that can help you. And in fact, Rhonda Byrne talks about in The Secret, in order to have the faith for this book for hers to launch and to create the DVD of The Secret, is she needed a lot of money and she did not have enough. So she went into her state of gratitude and felt as if, and she had the faith to walk out and gave it all away. And when she gave all her money away, she had the faith that if this was meant to be, the money would come back to her tenfold. And it did, in the sense that she was able to then produce the video, and then it's continued to multiply. So when we walk in faith, it's just a beautiful way to show that. And so I have an acronym for you to keep in mind as you walk in faith, because I'll be sharing in the next day an acronym for fear, because that's usually what stops us. So we're going to start with the faith first, because we'll be staring fears in the face as well. But faith can stand for F, favorable, A, assurance, I, in, T, trusting, H, him. So for me, faith is favorable, assurance, in trusting him. At the heart of it all is trust, and trust that you are here for a reason. You are here to make a big difference in your life with the legacy that you want to live, and have faith that no matter what it is, you can accomplish this #1 goal that you've set out to. You have the ignition, you have the ammunition, and it is just time to go and time to believe. From my heart to yours, be love.